You guys are really close on my face right now, but I want to tell you guys what's happening even while I'm driving. So, today is April 21st, and I'm right. And I got a call from my doctor today. So, I have a surgery date, and it's all going to happen very, very quickly. So, apparently, the revision was approved. I haven't told you guys what happened with my other part yet. How awful of me. I'm so sorry. So I had a doctor's appointment with I don't know what it's called. I had to have a barium, so an x-ray with barium. I don't think it's called an x-ray scan. And it was really cool. It's like sci-fi. Even the doctor said it was really cool and nerdy. I just found this in my camera roll, but on the right side where it says Phillips, that's where you stand. And this bed is like a foot in width, and you start out vertical and you end up horizontal. So you stand on this platform and then you drink this really thick liquid, and it was awful. It was so gross. And he was like, you need to drink big gulps. And when I tell you it's like drinking glue, I'm not joking. It's like the thick Elmer's glue. It's like drinking that. And it tastes terrible. So you have that in one hand, and then you have a cup with just a little bit of water in the other one, and they put these fizzy tabs in the water, and you have to drink it before the fizzy tabs go away, or like finish fizzing, and then you're not allowed to burp. So, and then when you do that, you have to take three big lugs of the barium, and then he's going to take pictures of your stomach. Well, that's what he did for me. And so it's awful. It was so gross. So then once that's done, you go from standing against this plank on a like a pedal, like a stool part, and then it lowers you back to where you're laying on your back. And then I had to turn into a full 360 going left. So I had to flip over on this bed that's like this narrow, and that's no joke. And so I flipped all the way over and, coated the inside of my stomach. So, and then they give you have to take 3 more big lugs of the barium, and he takes pictures of my stomach. And then he had me lay on my left, and then he had a cup with just a little thinner. It's like if you take 2/3 Elmer's glue, add a little bit of water, and you mix it up so it's just a little bit thinner, but not really. And then he put a straw in it, and he said, okay, now take 3 big gulps of that. So I take 3 big gulps of that, and then I had to lay on my right and do the same thing, lay on my back and do the same thing, lay on my stomach. And then he said, now push your stomach in like you're bearing down, like you have to poop. So he took some pictures of that, and then I was on my stomach, my leg raised and my hip kind of awkward. So all of these are taking pictures of my esophagus and my stomach and everything that's involved in all that area. So after it was all done, it only took maybe 15-20 minutes. After it was all done, he sat me down and he said, well, it's quite obvious that you have an acid reflux problem. He said he's going to do the report, because that same day I had to follow up with my doctor. And so he's like, I'll have the report done by the time you have your doctor's appointment, because I had that one at 9, and then my follow-up was at noon. And so I went to my follow-up with Dr. Ludwig, and my surgeon, and he said that I have a hiatal hernia in my diaphragm, which I didn't know it was a thing. So your diaphragm is a muscle. For whatever reason, I know this is going to sound really stupid, but I thought your diaphragm was like a piece of cartilage. I didn't know it was a muscle. Well, it's a muscle. And I have your esophagus go straight through your diaphragm, because your diaphragm is what helps you breathe, right? It just does this, right, like underneath your rib cage. And your esophagus goes straight through that. Well, I didn't know that either. And a hiatal hernia, and it's a shifting hiatal hernia, by the way. Lovely. Where the esophagus is in the little hole, the hole is getting bigger and bigger. So usually it's just, snug little fit. This is like this now, and my esophagus can shift around. And so sometimes what's causing the burning for me is, and this is common, by the way, in weight loss surgery patients. Yeah, it's a freaking side effect. Of course it is, or it wouldn't happen to me. But that's besides the point. What could happen is your esophagus shifts up and you get a bulge above your diaphragm, and then it can also shift side to side. So the only way to like cure that, the only way to fix that is to have surgery to cut it, to cut your stomach, is to have the bypass surgery. Is the only way to fix that. And then also put an extra stitch in to fix the hernia part of the diaphragm. So, yeah. Found that out. And the Dr. Ludwig said that it was going to take a couple weeks, and he'll let me know. Exactly 2 weeks ago was when that happened. So it took 2 weeks. And surgery, or the insurance approved it, and so now I'll have a full gastric bypass with a hiatal hernia fix. So my recovery time is going to be longer, and it's going to be more painful than the first time. Dr. Ludwig let me know that I may not lose weight like I did the first one. He said, of course, with any surgery, especially stomach surgery, some weight loss is to be expected, but it's not going to be nearly as fast as the first time I had surgery, which is fine with me, because I actually kind of like the size that I'm at now. Currently I weigh 339 pounds, but coming from 517 is not that bad. It's actually I'm okay with my size. My fiance likes it. I'm okay with it. I can fit into Walmart jeans, which was my goal anyways. However, your sister could lose a little bit more weight, and I'll be okay with that too. But if not losing any weight means that I won't be in pain, because even like right now I'm in so much pain, I will be okay with that. I can't wait to be out of pain, but I'm nervous. I'm very nervous about this surgery, because post gastric sleeve surgery, health-wise, I have not had the best luck. I've had the worst luck, in fact. Even Dr. Ludwig says that I am a poster child for what can go wrong, will go wrong with gastric sleeve patients. So I'm going down the Google rabbit hole. Going down the Google rabbit hole and looking at all of the gastric bypass side effects, and just psyching myself so hard because I'm nervous. I don't want this all to happen again. So I could cry if I gave myself enough time to, but I'm also just really excited to be out of pain. I'm really excited to be out of pain. So what's going to happen is I have a pre-op appointment with at 9 a.m. on Monday, the 25th. And then after that, I also have a pre-op surgery class that I have to take through the surgery center, so that I can, what to expect after. And basically, I'm just going to let my fiance come with me to that, so that he can, because I know what to expect after surgery. I mean, I've gone through it before. The lane ended, but he still wanted the... I've gone through it. I still have the paperwork from going through it the first time. But my fiance's never gone through it. So I'm going to let him come with me to that class so that he can learn what's going to happen afterwards as well, and what to expect, so he's not going in blind. And then so that's at 11:30 in the morning. And then on that Monday, next Monday. Then the following appointment's May 5th. I have my actual pre-op appointment where I don't know if they're going to take before pictures, because they do that for all pre-op weight loss appointments, but I don't know if they're going to do that for this one. And it's with Dr. Ludwig, you know, just a regular pre-op appointment, what to expect during there, how long I'm going to be in the hospital, you know, whatever, yada yada. Oh, I have to start my liquid diet on the 30th, by the way. So I'm also going to document that to see how it's different from the first time I went on the 10 days liquid diet before surgery. I'm, again, really nervous about that, but that's okay. And so that's the 5th. And then my surgery is May 10th, 2022, which is funny because my first surgery was May 7th, 2019. And 3 years exactly later, I'm having revision done. So anyways, and then I'm off work. I have to be at work that Monday, then I'll have Tuesday, which is my surgery day, through until the 20th off, because the post-op appointment is May 19th at 3:20 p.m. So I'm going to document everything, and so a whole bunch of YouTube videos are going to come up later. And yeah, one of the reasons why I didn't document the endoscopy that I had done, which is besides the point, the endoscopy or any of the other procedures that I had done, the reason why I didn't document any of that is because I moved into my big beautiful home, and then I got in a car accident, and I got distracted. So I didn't document any of that, and I apologize. But yeah, so I'm going to take you along on the road with me with my Roux-en-Y revision, and I'll post updates on Instagram, so follow me there, Hefty Girl Weight Loss. And yeah, I'll just keep you guys updated as I go.